a new partners such as Post Malaysia come on board this year.
Okay, don't be shy.
Okay, anybody? Yes. Hi, Nazrin.
Hi, just overview.
There you go, sir.
We can share.
No problem, we can share, yes. Yeah,
no
no worries.
I know that this is the second time MFL and Post Malaysia Corporation issue a post-list stamp. And what are the next milestone for Post Malaysia and MFL? Any discussion?
Yeah, sure. Maybe So I'll perhaps go first and then let Stuart talk. So as I mentioned earlier, first and foremost, we've had a really fantastic start to our journey, but it really is only the start. So it's a fantastic start. And as I mentioned, with three primary goals. The first one was for our employees. So we wanted to find an activity or a relationship that we could leverage for our 15,500 employees. And as I mentioned earlier, we've now had, I think, about 1,500 employees attend games, maybe more actually, but 1,500 employees attend games. We've had 122 employees deliver the ball to the match, and that's really fantastic because, like I said earlier, it has, I think it has real deep emotional connection with our employees. But it also is a great way for them to demonstrate Post Malaysia's capability in terms of delivery, and we delivered the cup, this one and the last one, so I think it's a great way for us to demonstrate our capability across Malaysia. So it's a fantastic partnership from an employee perspective. From a customer perspective, when we started our transformational journey, one of the elements, and there are many elements, but one of the elements was how do we find a way to reconnect with Malaysians. Malaysia's logistics industry has changed quite significantly over the last 4 or 5 years. And as I said earlier, whilst there's a deep-rooted love for Post Malaysia, maybe we've lost that connection a little bit. And our purpose is all about building trust to connect Malaysians and businesses. So the MFL relationship gives us a fantastic platform to re-establish that sort of love and that connection with our customers. So it's a great way to we bring customers to games. So it's on both our employee perspective and customer perspective, it's really ticked both boxes. And the third element, and very respectfully, when Fiona and Stuart first spoke to me, is that I think MFL has gone through a significant transformation over the last few years as well. And if we can play our part to help to create more daduks, more outlets, more great Malaysian football players, but also help to establish MFL and Malaysian football as the primary go-to space in Malaysia, then I think that's a good thing as well. But that's probably for Stuart to comment on.
Thank you, Charles. I think one of the significant changes that we've seen, especially having a new partners such as Post Malaysia come on board this year, is a method of their engagement. Having been new with no baggage, there was a lot of corporate objectives that needed to be created. You see now Malaysian football is being used across their communication platforms as well, and that's really the ambition of MFL. MFL just does not look for a partner that can pay us the most, but it's a transformation period and phase that Malaysian football needed, that we had partners taking Malaysian football out to the corporate and the public mass space in all their communications, and that's what we've seen with Post Malaysia, being proud of the partnership with MFL, really utilizing it across platforms, internal and external. It has become a bit of a glue amongst Post Malaysia staff, connecting Sabah to Kedah, ends of Malaysia, having a similar conversation topic outside of just talk shop as you come to work and have a chat about your favorite football team now. So it's become a massive change for us to have partners that are proud to use Malaysian football in all their communication. And I believe next year we'll see a level 2.0 relationship between MFL and Post Malaysia. and I look forward to that. Especially, I believe that this year we came on board only very late in the day. We only started discussing in December, signed an agreement in February, and the league kicked off in February. So it was very short runway for us to really put significant strategy together. But now with the league kicking off next year, we're sure that we'll be able to put more ideation behind it. Thank you.
Just a bonus question. Are we going to see MFL and Post Malaysia cooperate coming years? We continue the collaboration in coming years?
Yeah, so we have at the moment we have a 1+1, sorry, 2, not 1+1, 2. So we have a 2-year relationship we committed to contractually. And again, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, we'll see where we are at the end of next season. Right now, focused on this beautiful trophy here, and we're focused on making sure we finish the current season as strong as we possibly can, the current relationship. And as Stuart mentioned, you know, there's an interesting thing, I learned this many years ago, and Fiona and I talk about this quite often. Putting the brand on a shirt, that's the easy part, yeah? I mean, generally it's quite the easy part. The real challenge and opportunity comes with how well you activate. And as Stuart mentioned earlier, you know, we've done some really great things already. I think some very creative. It makes me really proud. I mean, I must say, you know, when I watched, I couldn't get to the game because, as Stuart mentioned, my son was not so well, but I watched it on the live telecast, you know, the FA Cup, and when our postman brought out the trophy, I had tears. It was such an emotional event because, you know, I think our values between MFL and Post Malaysia are pretty constant, pretty consistent. They're pretty aligned. And as Stuart mentioned, you know, when I travel around the country from Sabah to Sarawak to Kedah to Kelantan to wherever I go, JB, wherever I go, apart from seeing, you know, 15,500 employees that love doing what they're doing, it makes me very proud doing what they do. We now have another conversation. And the other conversation, it always was football. Football is a conversation, but now we talk about MFL much more. So it's a real glue, I think, between us, with the fans of MFL, but certainly within Post Malaysia, it's creating a very strong glue in terms of how our employees feel engaged towards what we're doing. So yeah, it's a good thing.
Any more questions from the media?
Anyone want to know who's going to win the World Cup?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Adila from New Street Times. I have some business questions.
Sure.
Because in Q2, you already narrowed down your losses, right? But you are expecting a challenging second half of the year. I'm just wondering, with this third quarter is coming, what can we expect from Post Malaysia, as well as your business plan moving forward in light of increasing competition and everything? And probably you can invite them from for all your business segments, including aviation and logistics.
So I thoroughly appreciate your question, but given that we haven't released our Q3 results, it would be inappropriate for me to comment on those just now. And I think, as Serena said, and I humblest apologies, but today we're really focused on today's announcement, which is a fantastic announcement. And again, I hope you really love the stamps that we've created. In terms of financial performance and business performance, give us a few weeks and we'll happily talk about it then.
Do you have any more questions?